Already done.
That 1% is.
It's coming in December. We can play. If you had an Oculus Rift and I have an Oculus Rift, we can do all sorts of shit virtually with each other. I usually show that, but I only had 20 minutes. So, yeah,
And it can also be used for fashion designing, like anyone wants new shirt, they can virtually wear and say what those ideas.
These 3D sensors that are coming are so sensitive, they're going to see the fabric, the fibers in your jacket, and it's going to know what kind of brand you are wearing, and then I can buy it right with my eyes. It's crazy. And if you're...
It's insane.
The last time I was here on the plane home, I met the costume designer for Star Trek. All of their costumes are virtual, right? So you could buy virtual costumes, and I would be like, wow, he has this big costume line, you know, virtual costume, and I'll be like, what's that?
2 years back, I saw a video. It's a virtual video wherein you just see on your palm phone number, digital card. You just type and you get connected.
Yep. These are going away.
Yeah.
But you might have a virtual one.
There's a camera which displays the virtual image on your palm.
Yeah.
You just dial it.
That's coming. Virtual image on everything. So up here, I'm gonna have when I have these glasses, I'm gonna have all my servers, right? My Amazon or Azure servers, Windows, so I can see. Oh, this one's turning red. Sorry, I gotta touch
Is there any
that.
platform for the developers?
HoloLens.
HoloLens?
HoloLens.
There is an SDK?
It's Unity. You gotta know
SDK?
Unity. Unity is.
Unity is...
That's how you build these things. Unity. Yeah.
It is on the .NET, right?
Unity is, you can download it on unity.com. Yeah, it's a development environment. Everybody uses Unity. So it's a C#.
What platform? C#.
It's
.NET framework?
Unity is a platform that runs on top of HoloLens, Oculus Rift, Sony, Samsung Gear VR. Everybody uses Unity. Every VR and every AR uses Unity right now.
In your seminar, you said Apple and Microsoft, how they play?
The next iPhone is going to be a clear piece of glass. You're going to get it. It looks like a clear piece of glass. When you turn it on, the screen is going to be on the surface. And if I hold it like this, I'm looking through the glass, but it's going to show me virtual things like on this table, right? And I'm going to do this. And there's going to be a game here. And if I put this in a headset, now I can play the game with my hands.
But this technology is, you said, is
Next year.
implemented by Microsoft, right?
Apple.
So how is it done?
Apple.
Microsoft is a different thing.
Different thing. It's like buying Windows or buying Windows
It's
versus
a
Macintosh.
HoloLens is Microsoft, right?
HoloLens is Microsoft. Apple's iPhone is coming next year.
Is that why they got rid of the headphone jack on this iPhone 7?
That's one reason.
Yeah.
That's one reason.
Cool.
They're going to a solid piece of glass with a pack down at the bottom.
Isn't Apple pissed off at you? You basically reveal the
Yeah,
next
well,
iPhone.
that's their own problem for not calling me up and getting me to sign a non-disclosure agreement.
awesome.
Because I've been running around.
That's awesome.
Tim Cook has bought 13 companies, and I've interviewed most of them.
Oh,
And
cool.
so I'm starting to put it all together.
Wow, that's amazing.
Mateo, right, puts monsters on skyscrapers. So you're going to see Dubai next year. You're going to hold your phone. You're going to see a monster on the skyscraper or something on the skyscraper.
Crazy.
Right? It's amazing, right? That was 2011. I haven't seen that company since 2011.
Are there any psychological or medical impact, like when you're wearing the hologram, like is it going to have a headache or something
It's
after? For
better
how long can
at
you
solving
wear it?
pain than morphine virtual realities. So yeah, it will. I don't know all. We don't even know because we haven't had the devices long enough to really put our kids through it or put us through it. It's better at solving pain for burn victims than morphine. Way better. So if you feel pain at a doctor, put on VR. It's better at solving depression for the same reason. Some people get sick. Some people get sick in VR, but mixed reality is not going to get sick because you're seeing the real world. The problem is your visual system and your audio system get out of sync, and it makes your brain thinks you're sick. You ate some poison, so it makes you sick. And that won't happen in mixed reality because the iPhone, you're looking through it, is clear, right? So you're seeing the real world, so your brain doesn't get out of sync.
That's how it happens.
Next year, September.
Exciting and scary as well.
It's a little scary. It's
That was a good question. What's going to happen to the reality?
It's
Real
gonna
world-
get weird,
Yeah.
man.
They're going to get
It's good.
disconnected.
No, and that.
You cannot hide away
But
from
this
that.
sensor is so. When I shoot a picture of you next year, it's gonna grab everything in depth. Every. It's gonna grab a point cloud of you, plus all the visual data. So I'm gonna be able to grab you and do all sorts of shit. Do all sorts of shit. Weird shit. Right? Put you into Unity and play with you, right? I don't know. I would do that more for this kind of thing, right? I want to capture this, bring it into virtual reality, so I have a
Dimensions of that.
a holographic version, yeah, like that, right? You have a holographic. I mean, imagine you take one of these pictures all the way around. You're going to grab this thing in 3D and
My
bring it
daughter
into.
is sitting at the remote place.
Yeah.
He's
Exactly.
recording it.
Exactly. But that's old sensor technology. Wait until you see the sensor that's coming. It's so sharp. So much data. I mean, how much data is this thing going to capture on each?
See, she is sitting
Trillions
on
of
the remote
points of data.
He's visualizing as if she's
Oh,
there in her
yeah.
own room.
Yeah.
The infrastructure is going to go for an overhaul again.
Well, we're getting 5G in 2019.
2019.
You're going to want more bandwidth with
That's
this
exactly
stuff.
what's the point. I mean, otherwise, not having the right kind of infrastructure
Yeah,
to support it.
imagine we're playing in virtual reality and you have a 3D sensor on you. I would see you in 3D and we could play tennis with each
I
other.
just want to ask for the developer, what all you require as an infrastructure for development?
Today, I would get an HTC Vive and I would get a PC. So $1,300.
HTD?
HTC Vive.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, if you go and see all the VR machines, it's either Oculus or HTC Vive for the good one. Sony's not good enough because you need a developer environment. You need an HTC Vive or an Oculus. And you also need 6 degrees of freedom to really understand what's coming. Because the phone next year is going to do 6 degrees of freedom. You're going to be able to walk around with it in a headset and play tennis or shoot something. Or punch somebody, right? Because it's seeing your hand, so it can see. We can have a fight over the internet.
If I can jump in, I've got